Hello, my name is Shiara, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for the last 21 years. I wanted to spend a few minutes with you today talking about healthy living. I know it can feel impossible, but there are some really practical things that you can do and a couple of small changes that can make a big difference. Before we start, I understand it can seem as if healthy food is much more expensive, especially if you compare it with fast food, which is delicious and doesn't cost that much. It's true that healthy prepared food is more expensive, but it's possible to eat fresh food that's in season and that you can buy from your local supermarket or from a street vendor, and it doesn't cost as much as you might think. The tricky part is that it needs cooking. So there's definitely some forward planning that you have to think about. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to be using the Healthy Food Guide. It looks like this. This shows you which foods to eat and in which portions. If we take a look at the cover, it has the picture of a healthy plate. The healthy plate shows the serving or portion sizes of different foods that we should be eating at each main meal. You can see that half the plate is filled with non-starchy vegetables, a quarter with protein, which is things like eggs, chicken, fish, meat, or dried beans, and a quarter with starchy foods, which are also called carbohydrates or carbs. Are you eating like this? I try my best, but it's really hard. And sometimes I don't eat like this every day. We should be also drinking plain water with every meal, not just fizzy drinks or juice. Inside the Healthy Food Guide, you'll see that it shows you which vegetables, carbs, proteins, fruits, and oils are the healthy choices. Let's start with vegetables. The first thing you might notice is that these aren't vegetables like sweet potatoes, millies and madumbi, because those are actually carbohydrates or starches. So we can eat them in our starchy foods portion in smaller amounts. What we're looking for here are leafy green vegetables or things like pumpkin, gem squash, broccoli. You could choose a big salad with lettuce and cucumber and tomato, or broccoli and cauliflower, or spinach and mushrooms with a side of pumpkin, or peppers and onions and baby marrows, or even green beans and gem squash, coleslaw, carrots and cabbage. There are a lot of options, I promise. Then we move to the protein side. Eggs, fish, chicken, meat, beans, and lentils. You want to fill a quarter of your plate with something from here. And it's important because protein is what makes you feel full for longer. Have you ever eaten bread and jam and you're hungry not even an hour later? But if you eat egg with bread, you're not as hungry as quickly. That's what protein does. At the bottom of the page is starchy foods or carbs. These are the foods that raise your blood sugar if you have diabetes, and most of us eat portions that are pretty large. You should actually only eat a quarter plate of these two. So a portion about the size of your fist or two slices of bread. I know that's much less than we used to, but if you're filling your plate with vegetables, there's less space for starchy foods, and that's kind of a better balance. Fruit is another thing that we sometimes eat too much of in one go. It should be one piece of fruit with each meal or as a snack because fruit actually has quite a lot of sugar in it. It's good for you, but you don't want to be eating 4 bananas at once. One piece of fruit at a time with a meal, if possible, is the healthiest option. The goal is 3 fruit portions in a day, and a portion is about the size of your fist. And finally, oils. Choosing from these good fats and sticking to 2 teaspoons with a meal is what dietitians recommend. Basically, too much fat isn't good for you. This advice is how to eat healthy for the whole family, whether you're living with diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, or if you want to lose weight, or if you want to avoid developing any of these conditions. Remember, it's not just about feeling better in the future. Making the right food choices will also help you feel well and full of energy right now. So let's have a look at those healthy choices and right choices when it comes to food. If I cover over the smiley, frowny faces, do you think you could guess which is the healthier choice? I'm sure you can. 2 slices of bread rather than many slices. Whole wheat instead of white bread. Lean meat, not fatty meat. And skinless chicken instead of chicken with skin. as well as fresh vegetables rather than canned vegetables are healthier. What about over the page? Low-fat milk is healthier than full cream milk. Choosing fresh milk instead of creamer, water, not sugary drinks like fizzy drinks and juice, and brown rice is healthier than white rice. Whole wheat pasta is a better, healthier choice than regular pasta or 2-minute noodles. So it's not that you can't ever eat these foods. Obviously, on a special occasion, you're going to want to have a treat. But if you can train your taste buds towards healthier food, you start enjoying the taste more. On the back cover, you'll see some basic food rules. These are the South African Dietary Guidelines. So that's food advice. But what else makes up healthy living? The most obvious choice is to move your body. We all sit too much these days. We should be moving our bodies in any way we can. Walking is a great exercise, but it needs to be a fast walk, not a slow chat with friends. You want to get your heart beating a bit faster. It doesn't have to be for long. The goal is 20 minutes a day, and if you walk with a friend, it makes it much more fun, and you're more likely to feel bad if you skip a day. Taking the stairs instead of the escalator or lift is also a great way to fit exercise into every day. And if you repeat it a few times, your heart will be beating in no time. If walking or climbing the stairs isn't an option for you, there are exercises that you can do at home too. Cleaning your house can be a good workout if you do it quickly. Sweeping, mopping, scrubbing, washing. You can jog on the spot while you watch TV or punch your arms in front of you as if you're boxing. Just make sure the curtains are closed though, so nobody thinks that you're crazy. Or you can also do a dance to a few of your favorite songs as long as they have a fast beat. Dancing is such a great exercise. It's the same as healthy eating. The point isn't just because it's good for your health in the future, but because moving your body today will make you feel so much better and have more energy. We were not made to sit still. Finally, 3 things you definitely know, but let me remind you of. First, if you drink alcohol, drink sensibly. Second, smoking is bad for your health and you should do your best to quit smoking. I'm sorry, I know it's hard. Third, try to cut down on salt. Add as little as you can when cooking and don't add extra to meals. Did you know that using stock cubes, aromat, or packet soups is basically the same as using salt? You don't need both. You can flavor your food with herbs, fresh garlic, ginger, and lemon juice instead of salt. Just as tasty. And finally, because I'm living with diabetes, I wanted to share the 5 symptoms of diabetes with you so that you can share them with everyone you know. They are extreme thirst, needing to pee a lot, especially at night, extreme hunger, exhaustion, and blurry vision. Diabetes can affect people at any age and size. It's not just a sugar disease, it's in your genes and can be triggered by the wrong kind of food and lifestyle. If you have any questions, please join us on sweetlife.org.za. We're all in this together.